Hey, Big Dave the Middle-Aged Gamer here with another episode of Morrowind. We're inside the Halfway Tavern in Pelagiad. Realize I forgot to check this area out. Plenty of people to talk to. Let's see what's going on. See if we can get it. See if there's anything we can do here before we make our way to Balmora. Well, let's look for named people. They'll have information. Yakum Harshashishi.
Take too much time.
What? Yakum? Me? Speak Ashland. Not speak so good old elf. Sorry? Okay, he's otherwise not very useful.
There's someone watching me.
Yes, stranger, this is Layril. And, okay, you got nothing.
I thought I heard something.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Okay, now we got something here. A Bosmer lady. Look at that. Hello, Big David Hunding. I'm Semian. This is the village of Pelagiad, a little piece of the Empire right here in the heart of the Dunmer East. Are you looking for someone in particular? Yeah. There's nothing there. We're small, sharp, and smart. We love wild creatures, wild beauty, and wildlife, unlike our dull cousins. We are not very polite, but don't have to be, since we shoot straight and run like the wind. Latest rumors. And how do you think it was that bloated imperial plutocrats get the charter to exploit the Caldera ebony deposits, and not a native great house or local colonist? Big fat bribes, I tell you, and friends in high places. Looking for work? Not much around here. Better head to one of the towns to the north, Balmora and Aldrun, and try the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild. Or head to for the big city, Vivek, to the east. Training, goods, and services are cheaper for Mages Guild members, and the guild stewards know where to find work. Well, yeah. Why is the temple so upset about this Nerevarine prophecy? Crazy old gentlemen wandering around the ashlands and staring at the sun, talking to themselves. Big deal. Lord Nerevar is coming back to save Morrowind. About time, I say. Where was he when the Empire walked in here and took over? Yeah, well, and you are a mage, yes? Sorcerer! Though my mastery is special disciplines of the College of Conjuration, and my private studies of the Outer Realms and their powers and principalities, I have learned to summon and command their denizens to do my bidding. I do these things for coin, or to suit my own interests. I also am an enchanter, enchanting items for my own use and for the use of others. My skill with enchantments also makes me more efficient in using enchanted items that I collect on my research expeditions. And that's about it from her. Alright, commoner. Not commoner.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
I don't believe I've seen a red guard with such a grand outfit in some time. How can I help you? Pelagiad's Imperial Cult Shrine is in Fort Pelagiad at the eastern end of the main street. The altar there cures disease and poison, and Ifga, the healer, also helps cure. Yeah, we already said that. Rumor says the Emperor has repealed the war tax. We've heard nothing official here, but it's about damn time. We haven't had a war in 10 years. The houses play out what we Dunmer call the Great Game. The Morag Tong is a tool in the hands of the great houses, in the unending competition for honor, glory, and power. According to the Mephala and Entente, anyone may be marked, from the High Lalu himself to the lowliest Telvanni serf. Non-Dunmer are forbidden to hire or to be marked. Some say that Tiber Septim himself negotiated this arrangement with the Morag Tong at the time of the armistice. That'd be smart if he did. Athal Narano is the proverbial silver-tongued rogue. He knows the rogue's trade and loves to talk about it. He lists his residence as Maddox Trade House in Nisus. Okay. I am a lovable rogue, a silver-tongued devil with the taste of the better things in life, but lovable as I am, some people get upset with me, and so I must fight, purely in self-defense, you understand. I'm quick on my feet and can improvise when the situation demands it. I already did that. Alright, so. Yeah, Pelagiad seems to be that sleepy town, huh? Let's talk to
Tell your
Drelasa here.
friends about this place.
Food and beds, or both at the same time. Your choice. Kinky. Alright, and yeah, by food she means drinks and alchemy ingredients. Kakalo leaf, guar hide, giant life. People eat guar hides. Kwama eggs. Okay, you guys have odd definitions of food. We've got local fare. It's filling and price to move. We've got the local brews, Grief, Shane, Masti, and Sajama. They're cheap and full of kick. I've got the good stuff too behind the counter. Cyrodiilic brandy and Flynn, but it ain't cheap. Well, let's learn about these things. Grief. The native calmberry brandy is locally called Grief. Grief is a strong stimulant, but like all intoxicants. God, I can't talk today. I can't read today. It tends to impair physical coordination. That is, it makes you feel strong, but makes you clumsy. The native calmberry wine is locally called Shane. Shane is a strong stimulant, but using it results in impaired judgment. You may gain a lot of endurance, but you won't be very smart. Masti is a local beer brewed from fermented saltrus. Cheap, plentiful, and invigorating, this beverage is very popular despite its dulling effect of wit and judgment. For the price, folks are willing to feel dumb and weak-willed so long as they feel really strong. And Sujama. The local Dunmer liquor, Sujama, is extremely potent and indulgence results in elevated spirits and diminished mental faculties. Has a kick like a guar, very strong and just as stupid. Well, they don't tell you what Sujama is made of, but the lore on the others is pretty good. Cyrodiilic brandy, an invigorating and stimulating alcoholic beverage, is imported and expensive in Morrowind, but it is claimed to have none of the unpleasant side effects of other intoxicants. I hear it fortifies willpower and endurance. I don't know myself. I save this for paying customers. Imported Cyrodiilic whiskey is called Flynn. This stimulating beverage is imported and expensive, but has none of the unpleasant side effects of other intoxicating beverages. A sharp boost in strength and willpower is what most people experience. So yeah, go for the imported stuff, because the local stuff will cripple you. Although with this build, I guess that doesn't really matter all that much. Right. If anybody's going to know the latest rumors, it's going to be the barkeep. Rumor says okay, war tax. Be careful who you get into bed with. Be careful before you get into bed with a particular faction. There is usually a competitor or ideological opposite to any house or guild. To find out who your new enemies will be. So find out who your new enemies will be before you pledge your allegiance. That's actually pretty wise words there. Thinking of setting yourself up as a mercenary or questing hero? Not much call for that around here. Rats and the occasional bandit are our only problems. So the only real thing here is the Imperial Cult. And as I said, that requires certain stats, although, I mean, I guess to get your foot in the door, you can do anything. I mean, you can join any of them, you just don't expect to really get very far.
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
I'd be happy to help you, Big David Hunding, if you tell me what you need. Yeah. Okay, we are heading east. I'm guessing this is the shrine here. That's Fort Pelagiad. Alright. Let's take a look-see real quick. Don't mind me, needed a sip of my tea. Does wonders on my throat.
What do you want?
Inward of Glenumbra. That's in High Rock, isn't it? Suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Say your words.
Shadbak. Hello, Big David Hunding. I am Shadbach Rob Burbug, and this is the village of Pelagia. A little piece of the... Yeah, okay. Okay, a bit of a smith here. Not like we have the money for it. Repair prongs. No idea what the prongs do. Yep. Oh. Pelagiad's Imperial Cult Shrine is here in Fort Pelagiad behind that door over there. The healing altar here. Yep. Which door? I'm guessing this one. Igfa. Okay, there she is. Blessings of the Nine, Big David Hunding. I am Igfa, Fort Pelagiad's healer and an adept of the Imperial Cult. I barter for potions and other goods, and can teach a number of spells. All proceeds go to the benefit of the Imperial Cult and its many worthwhile projects. Would you like to join the Imperial Cult? We accept all citizens of good character and earnest faith. We ask only a one-time pledge of 50 drakes to aid us in our good works. Thereafter, the only cost of membership comes when you use our health, healing, and blessing shrines, modest fees which help us spread the blessings of the Nine to those less fortunate than ourselves. Do you wish to join the Imperial Cult, or would you rather I review the Imperial Cult requirements and doctrines with you before you join? Let's review the doctrines. To serve and glorify the Nine Divines, you must cultivate a noble personality and strong will. Respect the magical arts, especially the colleagues of restoration, mysticism, and conjuration. Those who swear to avoid bloodshed, to take the field unarmored, and to fight only with blunt weapons are especially praiseworthy. Knowledge of enchantments and the gift of diplomatic speech are other qualities we look for in our initiates. So in other words, as a warrior, not us. Our doctrines are simple. We acknowledge the divinity of the Nine Divines, Akatosh, Dibella, Arke, Zenithar, Mara, Stendar, Kinnereth, Julianos, and Tiber Septim. We preach the 9 virtues: humility, inspiration, piety, work, compassion, justice, ambition, learning, and civility. Our Emperor is the defender of the faith, and the Empire is the worldly working of the divine plan. We pledge aid and comfort to all citizens in need, and serve the Emperor and the Empire at his will. Our rules are equally simple. It is forbidden to attack another person of the Imperial Cult, and of course forbidden to kill another cult member. It is forbidden to steal from another member, whether by open theft or covert pickpocketing. It is forbidden to trespass upon private property of another member, private property being understood to be anything behind a locked door. Break any one of these rules and you shall be expelled from the cult. Now, Big David Hunding, do you wish to join? No, not at this time. Please reconsider, Big David Hunding, and come to us again. There is great strength and comfort in the solace of the Nine.
By the gods, you tourists are a nuisance.
Hey. All right, so now you're probably wondering what in Oblivion
Glory and honor, Emperor and Empire. What
would fit to be part of the Imperial Cult. Well, pilgrims, monks, mages to a degree, basically anything, any class that does not rely on armor of any sort whatsoever would do very well with the Imperial Cult. I'm not that, so on we go to Balmora. I just love it when you pull out a weapon and it goes see? It's like the weapon itself is basically saying, hey, you're useless. Okay, so Balmora is this way. Well, I kind of figured that. That is northeast we're looking at here. Yeah, not much there, but now for those who are wondering what the dirty patches are on the map, that's what we've covered. Where we've explored, where we've walked, at least recently. Calm berries, we don't need them, we're not alchemists. When the sun is setting, it's rather pretty. I wonder if this means we'll get into a little more trouble at night. I'm okay with that for one simple reason. Get easy XP. Okay, that local map really does not do much for us, does it? Okay, alright, we got a sign here. Good. Which way do we go, George? Okay, sign says we go this way.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
We're going to save before we talk to this darling here. Morrowind. Sounds Breton. Begging your pardon, have you seen a bandit nearby? I must find him. Yes, I was just walking along here minding my own business. Suddenly a bandit jumped at me from behind. He was a dark elf, a strong, dashing dark elf. He didn't harm me in any way, although he did take my jewels. He was quite gentle, and he talked to me for what seemed like forever. What's that? Oh, never mind the jewels. I just want to find the bandit again. He was charming and funny, and I simply must see him again. His name? Nellos. Nellos Onmar, a name that will stay on my lips for eternity. Perhaps you could find him for me? Please, I cannot live without knowing if he could ever love me. I have nothing to offer you in return, but could you not help me for the sake of love? I will try and find this man, if only for love's sake. You'll try? Oh, thank you so. I'm sure you'll be able to find him. He mentioned something about having to head south, so I imagine he might be found in Pelagiad. Please, if you find him, give him this glove for me as a token of my love. I'm certain he will want to find me again. Alright, so we're going back to Pelagiad. Little bit of an interesting detour. Well, I did say I wanted to find something interesting around Pelagiad. I guess I did. Okay, our aim sucks. Oops. Must have run out of throwing things. Alright, fine. Okay, so all I have... You know, I never did put my pauldrons on. Or my boots. Okay. Damn rat. Not worth it. Alright, so back to Pelagiad we go. I think we did run into Nellos. I think he was the, if you remember, I think he was the rogue in the Halfway Tavern. So so we know where we need to go. So, in case you're wondering why we're walking slow, you look at the bottom left, you look at our endurance bar. It's down. So, we slow down, we walk while we replenish our fatigue, and then we head back. And... Alright, and... Alright, we only get 3 charges out of it. Well, that's what happens when you have a crap enchanting. Don't get to use it very often. Okay, now we can run again. Remember, fighting does take its toll on your endurance as well. Alright, so to the Halfway Tavern. As I said, I'm just about positive that rogue that we talked to was who we are looking for. Yep, that's him. I am Nellos. What do you want? Maury's glove. You have what? How odd. She was a lovely young woman, but what would she want with a rogue like me? She is beautiful, though, and seemed sweet. For the first time in my life, I actually felt a little remorse for robbing someone. I should see her again. Here, take this. Tell her you have a note from Nelos. I must see her again. I won't forget this, friend. All right.
What do you...
Hurry this up, will you?
There's someone.
So when the hell did we become a messenger of love here, huh? Okay, so let's take a look at this note. Mari, truly I was enchanted with you from the moment I saw you. I beg your forgiveness for my past transgressions. While I cannot imagine what a woman of your beauty and breeding would see in a rogue such as me, I thank the gods that you have sent for me. I will come to you as soon as I can. Until then, yours, Nelos. Alright. So now we need to go back to Mari, who is sitting out on the... Why is she sitting out on the... You know what? Don't ask questions. If nothing else, from a game created in 2002, where NPCs don't really seem to travel nearly as much. Yeah, it is what it is. But let's go back to Mori and give her this note. I'm sure she'll be over the moon about it. Oh, right, that's the ratty. Oh, screw it, just get rid of the corpse. There she is. I must find that bandit. I believe he's in Pelagia. Perhaps he'll come back to find me, though. He gave you a letter to give to me? Wonderful. Thank you so. I knew that he cared. You know, you didn't have to do all this for me, and I really appreciate it. You're clearly a wonderful person. You should visit my friend Emisset Breck in Tel Aruh'n. She's a wonderful person, and I think the two of you would get along famously. We're going to have to file that away for later. Tel Aruh'n. Here. Tel Aruh'n, if I remember right, and it's been a minute. I think it's like down here? Something like that. It's on the Telvanni side of things. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's time to explore how this is divvied up. 3 of the 6 grade houses are stationed here on Vardenfell Island. Okay. This section here is House Lalu. This section here is House Redoran. And this section here is House Telvanni. Alright, that's how the great houses divvy out. The Ashlanders are a bit different, and Imperial stuff, that's also different. But considering the great houses are the local stuff, that's how that's all divvied up. And I don't have the fire moth bit. Okay, interesting. Alright, so...
How may I help you, Redguard?
Point of the matter is, we're clearly in Lalu territory, so it's going to be a little bit. Alright, why don't we save after a interesting development. Now, for those wondering, okay, which great house you're going to join? I'm a warrior. What do you think? It's obviously going to be House Redoran. Oh, that's pretty. And... it's obviously not the way we need to go, but if you're close to a dungeon entrance, it's always good to mark it. Adanurmaran. And don't ask me to say that again. Adanurmaran. What a... the names are absolutely insane. And... okay. We've run enough. Now we need to walk again. How are we doing here? We're getting there. Are we actually closer? We're actually closer to Fort Moonmoth. Okay, doing the Imperial Legion could very well be a thing too. So I mean, that's 3 things we can look at joining: the Imperial Legion, House Tel, and the Fighters Guild. Those are probably the things we're going to be looking to hit up. All right, as we plod along, heading northeast, which feels really counterintuitive to where we need to be. But, you know, when you follow the roads. Besides, we don't know when they're going to curve west, like that. Oop, wrong button. Remember to clean up your messes behind you. Successful fight means we save. Now we head back west. We go so far in the wrong direction at all. It's a scrib. They'll basically ignore you, but they're adorable critters. And, oh, a sign. Ghost Gate, Balmora Caldera. So what this is, what you're looking at here, is that this is a trail called the Foyada. And that is a Nyx Hound. We'll play with the Nyx Hound first. Nyx Hounds have hound meat. Well, Nyx Hounds are, they're basically the dogs of Skyrim here, right? Of Morrowind. Okay, that. But yeah, Foyada, let's get back to that. Are naturally carved trails made from lava. Alright, you follow this all the way down and it will take you to the Ghost Gate. The Ghost Gate's like right there. You see this little groove here? That's the Foyada we're on. And the Ghost Gate's like right here. And you have to follow this all the way as an Imperial Cult quest. Is it Imperial Cult or is it Temple? Oh, one of the two. But anyway, our path off is here. And we're almost at Balmora. Actually, that's Fort Moonmoth right there, isn't it? Why, yes it is. Okay, but we don't need to be there just yet, but we're going to bring up the options and the quests. Okay, so we still have a thing that marks... Oh, you know what? We should probably read this. I brought the note from Nellos Onmar, we'll read the last line, back to Mari Armain. She seemed overwhelmed by its contents and is full of gratitude for my having delivered it. In return, she suggested I have friends a visitor friend Emisset Brock in Tel Aruh'n. She believes I would do well to meet this woman, that we might enjoy one another's company. I have seen stranger things happen in the past few days. Okay, so that's interesting. A potential for a romance in Morrowind? Curiouser and curiouser. Chokeweed. Alright, so we're just following the markers to get to Balmora. We go this way. Oh, I mean, we didn't save after defeating that Nyx Hound. That was an easy fight. But yeah, Nixies, they're just dogs. The dogs of Morrowind. And they're cute in their own way. And if you've ever played Elder Scrolls Online, you know just how adorable the tame ones can be. Alright, and here we are on the very outer fringes of Balmora, and there's the Silt Strider. They're kind of goofy looking, but cute in their own ginormous way. And here we are, just at the half-hour mark. We have made it.
Summoned by another. Questions again.
Well, hello, Hull. Welcome to Balmora, council seat of House Lalu. How can I serve you? Balmora is the council seat of Great House Lalu and the largest town on Vardenfell, except for Vivek City. Located on the Odai River and sitting astride the Aldrun-Vivek Road, Balmora is an important mercantile trade and travel center. Hightown is the administrative center, and the temple with the temple and manor houses. The shops, guilds, and trade houses of the commercial district are west of the river. Labor Town's modest corner clubs and homes are east of the river. Well, that's good to know. Kind of like Whiterun. The Legion champion, Larius Varro, over at the Moonmouth Legion Fort, has sworn an oath to stop corruption. He hasn't had much luck going through official channels. The syndicates have got their people covered coming and going. They'll never get anywhere working through the system. He's going to have to find someone who can get him around the system, or through the system. Like street and hard through the system. Outlanders new in Vardenfell do best in Balmora. House Lalu is an imperial through and through, and you get a good mix of native and imperial people and services. Not as friendly as to Outlanders up north in House Ridderin country or down in Big Vec City, and definitely not friendly out east with the Telvanni wizards. Shop the outfitters, then check out the guilds for work. If you want to be adopted by a great house, you'll need a patron, and that's easier when you've got a reputation. So, good stuff there. And that's basically how we're going to be doing this. If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. If someone doesn't attack you first, you're going to break the law if you attack them. Yeah. South Wall is a working-class corner club in Balmora, east of Odai River on the south end of Labor Street, owned by Bacola Clausius. Bacola Clausius is owner and proprietor of South Wall, a working-class Balmora corner club east of the Odai River. Alright. Now, before we end this, I want to... Big David Hunding. We haven't read this yet. You've been given these directions and a package of documents. Do not show them to anyone. Do not attempt to read the documents in the package. The package has been sealed and your tampering will be discovered and punished. Follow these directions. Proceed to the town of Balmora and Vardenfell District. Report to a man named Caius Casades. He will be your superior and patron. You will follow his orders. His residence is not known, but ask at the corner club called South Wall. People there will know where to find Caius Casades. When you report to Caius Casades, deliver the package document to him and wait for further orders. Remember, you owe your life and freedom to the Emperor. Serve him well, and you will be rewarded. Betray him, and you will suffer the fate of all traitors. I have the honor to prepare this at the direction of His Most Sovereign Majesty, the Emperor Uriel Septim, Glabrio Belenius, personal secretary to the Emperor. So that's where we're going to need to go. It's the South Wall Corner Club. So now that we're in town, we'll have to head back east and look for the South Wall Corner Club. But I think we're going to end it here, because this is a good spot. We made it into Balmora. Yay. And thank you, Hole.
Speak quickly.
And thank you for giving me directions. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in and to help this channel grow. This has been Big Dave the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Morrowind. I'll see y'all next time.